See, we see these king tides every year, but I mean, it's always kind of a pain in the, you know, what?
Yeah, and I've been there to Matheson Hammock Park during king tide at high tide, and yeah, it's shocking to see how high that water comes up. And we will continue with these king tides here through at least about Monday. We'll start to see some improvements after that, but you can expect higher than average high tides coming up with our next high tide. Fort Lauderdale, that'll be around 10:58 this morning. Miami 10:43 this morning, closer to about 12:30 this morning for Key West. Out the door, cloudy sky and a little bit of a blustery wind. Those winds have been picking up out of the northeast, some gusts of up to and over 30 miles per hour with temperatures right now running in the 70s and low 80s. The wind brought to us by that front that's currently stalled to the south of us. That's what's been bringing us some cooler conditions, and then high pressure to the north of us. It's those two features interacting that's going to drive some windy weather yet again today. That northeasterly breeze has been occasionally bringing in the quick passing shower at times. Right now, many of us currently dry, though we wouldn't quite rule out an additional passing shower pushing through the area through this afternoon. Rain chances will be lower though than what we had yesterday. Many of us won't see much more rain as we head into today because we will start to see some slightly drier air mix in, and that'll be the case for tomorrow with just some isolated showers on your Sunday. So are you ready for it? Taylor Swift Eras Tour today, day 2, going to be a drier forecast compared to what they had last night. You'll be enchanted to know that those rain chances will be lower, and it should be a good night to dress like hipsters, talk about your exes. We've got those rain chances that will be lowering as we head into the evening. Just about a 20% chance of an isolated shower, a little bit of a breeze, so not too bad of a night for us. Should be pretty comfortable with those temperatures in the upper 70s, and tomorrow very similar forecast with just a chance to see an isolated shower or two at times. But for the most part, they're lucking out there and looking mainly dry. Across the tropics, we've got Tropical Storm Nadine that'll be working its way onshore to Belize as we head into the next several hours, making its landfall there. No threat to the United States. A little bit farther off to the east is where we find a cluster of storms nearing the Turks and Caicos. National Hurricane Center currently giving that a 90% chance of becoming a tropical depression or a storm that could happen as soon as later on today. It's will be working its way towards the Turks and Caicos and then eventually eastern Cuba. But because we've got a front that's currently stalled to the south of us, it won't be able to move north and close to Florida. This should continue to block this system, so we are not anticipating this to pose any kind of threat, at least to the United States, but we will be watching it and certainly monitoring it for portions of Cuba and also the southern Bahamas as we head into the next few days. Next weather 7-day forecast will continue with those lower rain chances through your Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Notice even through the end of the work week, we will continue with mainly dry conditions. Just the occasional isolated shower will remain a possibility, and the breezy weather sticks around through Wednesday before those winds will finally start to lighten up a little bit more by Thursday and Friday.
I like it. It's looking pretty good out there. Thank you, Casey.